Welcome to the Crypto Sphere. This is Cryptogenic coming at you. Today is Tuesday, November 23rd at 10:21 p.m. here in sunny California. If I sound a bit tired tonight, it's because I am. It's been an eventful day and an eventful week. Family members coming into town. We're beginning to celebrate Thanksgiving already today. We had Thanksgiving on my side of the family, and on Thursday we're going to have Thanksgiving with my wife's side of the family. And, my mother made all of my favorite dishes today, so we've been over there having a wonderful time. And we're going to have a Korean Thanksgiving with my wife's family on Thursday, and that is always a joy as well. So this is always my favorite week of the year. But also, it's one of the busiest weeks of the year. A lot going on this week with family, but it's all fun. We're going to take a look at this Bitcoin chart, and we're going to take a look at the crypto market overall. But what was in my heart to share with you tonight is one of the major components of being able to sleep peacefully, sleep in peace, wake in joy, walk in love, especially in this crypto market, is being thankful for what you have, even as you pursue what you want. This is important. Be thankful for what you have, even as you pursue what you want. You see, the problem with the crypto market is that the promise is out of control. The promise of this market is multiple 1,000% gains. That's what's in all of our minds. This is the only market in the world where you can get multiple 1,000% gains. But that dream, it can so preoccupy your mind and heart that you lose perspective on what you've already got right now. And so, I practice something called interactive gratitude. My friend Crypto John and his wife, Songshim, they actually created this process of just starting the day with Thanksgiving. And all you do is I write in my journal, all I do is I start with remembering some way in which I experienced the goodness of God in the last 24 hours. And just identifying that thing, saying thank you to God. And then being curious for a moment. Lord, I wonder why you blessed me in this way today. Could it be this? Could it be that? What do you see in me? And why did you feel that I needed this blessing in the last 24 hours? And then just letting God speak back to me. I know that might seem weird, but that daily practice of gratitude in the morning, it anchors me. It anchors me in the midst of a volatile market. You need something to anchor you in a volatile market. And especially when we're in the doldrums like we are right now, where it feels like nothing is moving and everything is stagnant. And I'm going to give you the exact same technical analysis today as I gave you yesterday. And yesterday's was the same as it was on Friday. We're looking at these charts, and the charts have not changed, folks. We're still in the doldrums. We're waiting. We've neither broken down nor broken out. It's a pullback. And this one was tough because we're supposed to be in these face-melting profit days right now. It should have already broken out. I don't know why it didn't. We should already be making face-melting profits, but we're not seeing those humongous, gargantuous, engulfing bullish candles yet. So, what can give us the peace that we need to wait patiently? Well, Thanksgiving. Just stop to be thankful for the gains that you've made. Think about that. Just look at your portfolio. I can stop and say, I'm thankful that I bought T-Fuel at 1.3 cents a year ago at this time. Or I could sit here and cry about the fact that I should have sold it all at 50 cents and bought it all back at 18 cents. Not stopping to think that even if it was just 18 cents right now, I still would be up about 1,200% in a year. 1,200% in a year in any market is face melting. So why not be thankful? Be thankful. Well, I'm going to look for something to be thankful for here on this Bitcoin chart, looking at the weekly. First of all, let's start with the price. As we're looking at the price here, we see we're at support. And we've wicked right down beneath the trend line, down to this line of support, just above it. But we have not broken down. We're still honoring both the line of support and the trend line simultaneously. Looking at the RSI, we've broken beneath this trend, no problem, but we're still above this line of support and we're still above this line of support. And if we can get a bounce here, that's awesome, but even if we come all the way down here, that's still fine. If we break beneath here, I'll start getting concerned because that's a lower low. But we're nowhere near a lower low at the time, so I think that's something to be thankful for. Jumping over to the daily chart, we've actually wicked beneath this line. Looks like we're taking aim at a retest of the 100-day EMA. Possible, or we could have bottomed out already and are on the way up. But let's see if the RSI has anything to say. What I see in the RSI is that we are possibly making a new trend on the daily. We could come and bounce here and move on up. That's a possibility. But at the moment, we are making higher lows in the daily, in the RSI on the daily. And that, my friends, is something to be thankful for. Looking at XRP on the weekly, let's just go right to the RSI and see what we've got here. We are at a critical moment in the RSI here for XRP because we are right at that line of support. XRP needs to bounce here. This is the weekly chart. XRP needs to bounce here. If we break beneath this line, we are no longer making higher lows in the RSI. And that could mean that XRP is going to have a longer period of consolidation before we can see any breakout possibility. So we're watching it. Let's see if the daily shows us anything. On the daily, if I jump down to the RSI, we're still making higher lows on the daily. So if we bounce here on the daily, we should also bounce there on the weekly. And if that's the case, all is well, my friend. Let's take a look at BCH. Let's just jump right over to the RSI. The RSI is fine. Plenty of room to come down. Even if we come all the way down to this line, it's simply the trend line. That's all it is. We have to break beneath this line before there's even a concern. Nothing to be concerned about with BCH, my friends. BCH is strong. Price is above the historic trend line. We could come all the way down to $498 and still be in this bullish trend, folks. Nothing to be concerned about with Bitcoin Cash. In fact, we got something to be thankful for. I'm still looking at Chili's here, folks. Chili's is my jam right now. I still think it's one of the best buys in the market at the moment. Looking at the RSI, well, as we can see, the price, even if we came down and retested this line, that'd be a gift. 37 cents. I would personally pick some up. But that's not financial advice because I'm not a financial advisor. So we've got so much room here before we break down. We have to break beneath this line. We have to break beneath this line to be a bit more precise. And there's just no danger of that transpiring anytime soon. Chili's is strong. Sand is beastly, folks. If you got this, congratulations. It's got a good chance of hitting that $16 target. Maybe it comes back to retest this line of resistance. That really the line of resistance should be more like here. No. I charted it right. It just blew that target out of the water. But, don't be surprised even if it comes down to retest this trend line here. It's just had so many consecutive green weeks, it's going to have a few red ones, guys. I mean, of course, I'm not sure when that's going to be. I mean, over here, if we look at what sand did over here, if it's doing something like that right now, then this could actually, oh yeah, that takes us all the way up to our target. But let's see what that would look like with the consolidation included. If it did this, if we come all the way to the consolidation, what does that look like? Where'd it go? What's going on? Come on, cooperate. So basically, it looks like coming all the way back to retest $3. So we'll see, folks. I mean, if that's the case, you're looking at end of March 2022. And if it does hit 16 and then come all the way back, once it hits a target like this, I'm looking for about a 70%. So let's say it comes all the way up here to $19. I'm going to be looking for, you've got my attention at that point. Yeah, so this consolidation would be like 84%. I probably would be looking like right around 75%. That would become a buy for me. But I don't buy into pumps. I buy dumps. I don't buy pumps. It's just one of my rules. Look at the RSI. This stuff is like way overbought. This is hype zone. It doesn't mean that sand is all hype. No, sand is a solid asset. I'm hearing more and more about it. I got a buddy that I want to bring on soon who's actually a full stack developer and he's into blockchain. And he was talking about sand. Maybe I'll do an interview with him soon and have him explain to us the benefits of sand. Solana, he also talks about Solana. Let me look at my Sol chart. First of all, let's take a look at the RSI. I mean, it basically looks like everything else, but let's see. Basically, this is the line of support that it needs to bounce at. These lines are almost superfluous at the moment. See if sand gets a bounce. Yeah, I wrote before that it doesn't necessarily have a whole lot of room to run, but I mean, it's already had a few consecutive red weeks. Let's see so from here to here, what if we got something like that again? Well, I mean, we already didn't. This has kind of already been invalidated. It would have to have started here. We're getting the opposite of a lengthened cycle here. We're getting a diminished cycle here. I mean, if you look at it, boom, we had this big cycle, and then boom, this one is less. And honestly, you could kind of see it as 1, and then 2, and then 3. And you see how this is big, smaller, smaller. So from a technical perspective, I mean, once again, from a fundamentals perspective, SOL is a strong asset. It's super strong. It's not a meme, you know. But for me, when to buy is a technical question. And so I'm just not seeing the technicals for buying it at this moment. And maybe if it comes down and retests the 50-day EMA, maybe the 50-day EMA should come over here somewhere around 125 or something. If we break down and we retest the 50-day EMA and build support there, I think that might be a good place to buy it, because it definitely has a future, and it's going to be much more than $700, I think. But in this cycle, this is as high as the chart tells me. And there could always be something in the chart I'm not seeing as well. But that's what I see. CRO, I think I looked at this yesterday. Same thing as sand. Just getting way up there, overbought in the RSI, super bullish in the MACDs, price action super bullish. My target's $1.88 for this cycle, but once again, it's not buyable. You just cannot have an infinite progression of engulfing bullish candles. You just can't. You're going to have a sequence of red ones. You're just going to. It's healthy. It's just how markets work. And so don't buy the pump, buy the dump. So when something's dumped, when stuff starts dumping 70, 80%, that's a good time to buy them, in my opinion. And that's not financial advice. It's just what I see. Finally, I'll look at Litecoin really quickly. Nothing to look at the price. RSI looks stable. Very bullish, actually. I mean, way above the trend. If it bounces anywhere soon, it's just looking good here. So, yes, I am bullish on Litecoin. I know that's not very popular these days, but I am. All right, folks, I think I'm going to call it. I think the main thing I wanted to communicate to you today is that there's a lot to be thankful for. Not just stuff in the charts, but even stuff outside the charts, stuff in your life. Take the time to be thankful. Be thankful for what you have, even as you pursue what you want. Thankfulness for what you have will ground you as you pursue what you want. Yeah. Thanks so much for watching. Do me a favor and smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, hit that bell so you get notified when I put out new content. Drop me a line in the comments. Let me know what you think. And above all else, make it your aim to sleep in peace every night, wake in joy every morning, and walk in love every day. This is Cryptogenic, signing out.